Sometimes you get what you deserve. You know what I mean? You're gonna
Sometimes you
get
don't.
it. Yeah. Sometimes you get exactly what you deserve, and other times you don't. Sometimes, sometimes maybe it's a boy. We kind of got lucky there, and then
Yeah.
other times you have what we watched tonight. As we welcome you to Afterburner, it's Boom and Kent after it's a bit of a heartbreaker if you're a Flames fan, I dare say. 5-2 the final. As we get into it, this is a presentation of Bet365. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. And throughout the course of the show here, if you get it, and I did find, I think this is...
There
we
we go.
got the horn. There it is. The super chat is rolling tonight. If you are in the YouTube chat as we go live and you put some money down, we will take that money, get it to the youth centers of Calgary, and throw your little comment on the show within the boundaries of good taste, if we could keep
Right.
that in mind tonight. One of those nights. It happens to be on maybe the biggest night of their season. It's all relative. You go back to those two games in St. Louis, probably big as well. But man, hard not to feel pretty bad for the Flames on a number of different levels on this one tonight.
Yeah, I haven't said this maybe all year, but for months at least. But the Flames deserve much better in that game. They were by far the superior team, but every possible bounce went against them.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it was you. I don't know. I got lulled in by the last four games. The Rangers were not very good in that game, so the come from behind, they scored. I mean, I think it was Panarin a minute 13 in, and then they end up coming back and winning. But the Devils, didn't see that coming, and I don't know if they deserved that one. Maybe they did. The Islanders game, whatever. But this one, the final shot total is somewhere in the 106, 107 in terms of shot attempts on net. The shots were officially 48-20 for the Flames. 18-5 in the second period. They were outscored 2-1 in the period. It's on just a number of different levels. They have to feel awful about how this has gone. There's a Zary injury. There's a lot to kind of. I think that's kind of another level too. We were at Richmond's pub the night that Zary was against that. It was that Anaheim game when I think it was Hellison hit him and went down. Even in the pub, in the bar that night, it was kind of, damn it. There's a young guy playing so well.
Bad timing.
Tough injury. And this one here again, I don't know if you can even, Rantanen kind of loses an edge or is taken down and slides into him. I don't know that there's much in the way of blame there.
Just a bad thing that happened, right? There's no malice. It's just stuff happens, and there's a lot of stuff happened for the Flames tonight.
It's the same knee. Not a doctor. You hope that's hey, it's fine. Maybe it's a broken bone. They tell me that's better, right? Than ligaments or whatever. If you can break a bone, not ideal.
No.
Anyway, let's go back to the start of the game, I suppose, as we get into it. Igor Sharangovich healthy scratched. We found that out this morning. This was something that could have been done a while ago. I think the last time we were on here, we talked about just the ineffective nature of his game. It may be when you needed a goal as bad as you did tonight. I don't know if Sharangovich was going to get it. You lose Zary in the third.
Not
maybe you'd like to have him, but no, I mean, it was not a shock, I guess. Which is unfortunate. You'd like that guy to be in there and deserve to be in there, but he just doesn't right now.
And Backlund came back with a vengeance. Like that looked like peak Backlund with the missing of empty nets a couple of times.
Still
but
rust,
otherwise,
yeah.
Otherwise, that line was absolutely dominant from the puck drop, and part of the reason I think the Flames were so territorially dominant, at least.
The two non-goals. I know that Eric was on the internet and then on the broadcast talking a lot about the second one. Are you willing to put up a fight for either one of those, or do you see the ruling?
First one, no, I mean the first one. As soon as it went in, I'm like, that's not going to count. They call those back, 80% of the time, right? But the second one, brutal. It is an absolute heartbreaker. I think it's a ridiculous call myself. it's a really good screen. He barely touched the guy.
Right.
There was he didn't impede his movements. I thought that was ridiculous, but that's microcosm of the luck that the Flames had tonight.
It really is. Man, did they have chances? It's the
Everywhere.
Frost is going to be having nightmares. The one that's
Well,
going up
Coronado.
and over the shoulder and gets tipped.
Yep.
This is after already one has landed kind of on the top of the net, and then Harley
That's
knocks
right.
it away, hits the goalpost. Coronado, crossbar, and then it was a hell of a save from DeSmith on the one-timer, and then he just kind of whiffs, just misses that other shot at a one-timer.
Score coming back.
goes down the other way. Yeah, I don't know about the. It's probably, I guess, it's probably a non-goal the way that they're calling it. Farabee's at the top of the crease, and we have it there. Actually, it was a Blake Coleman shot. That's a heck of a shot. And I guess if he went into the blue paint on his own, and I can find the explanation that Eric had. We can roll it, Yasmin. Take a look.
He's just whatever. And the way they played, right?
The Francis, we just spoke to Rod Pasma of the the Pasmas, long story history in the game. In the NHL situation room about the Coleman goal being wiped out, quote, 3 things. We have Farabee going in to the crease on his own, making contact in the blue, and that impairs the goalie's ability to play his position. And I just, it's
that third part.
It feels like that will be
at all
when they have the Board of Governors meetings and GM meetings and they revisit stuff like this. That might be one that they trot out as saying, you have to allow for some sort of contact at the top of the crease or somewhere around there.
He brushed him, maybe.
Yeah. And somebody was in the chat.
Oh well,
the goalie didn't even kick up a stink.
No, well, there was.
Usually, if they're all hell bent and they're pissed right off, well, we got to take a look at this. They've been resilient the whole way. The last stretch of the season, maybe all season, I'm not sure, but they kept fighting. Zeri goes down. They keep fighting. There's so much to appreciate about what this team has been here, but it sure feels like on a night, this was a crap night, because in Nashville, the Predators are leading St. Louis, and St. Louis has very little in the way of momentum or mojo going, and they get 2 in a hurry, and then Nashville scores to tie it at the buzzer, but it's fractions of a second too late. So it's a regulation win for the St. Louis Blues, who now move 6 points up on the Flames.
It really feels like the hockey gods taking a big dump on Calgary.
Right? Like it sounds corny to say, but it's all of this. Injuries, no goals, tough breaks, outshooting one of the best teams. I think they were 3rd or 4th in the league in terms of wins and points, and that, to play them as well as you did. I thought they were going to get their doors blown off. I don't know. I like Dallas a lot. They were not very good, and we talked about it on the other show this morning that Peter DeBoer said after the game at Edmonton last night. He's like, we're winning games, but I am not happy. I know how hard it is to win, but this is I would think that this is not one he's going to feel any better about. Derek Newman, the Derek Newman Group, one of our great sponsors with CIR Realty. Whether you're buying or selling, let Derek get it done for you. D Newman at CIRRealty.ca, 403-619-6661. You can visit DerekNewmanGroup.com. He's a Calgary guy. Loves the city. He's from the city. He knows it inside and out. And if you're new to town, well, here's kind of what we're looking for. What kind of areas? Because I know it's hard. You move to a new city and you don't know where the heck you want to go. But this guy knows the city inside and out. Let Derek do it for you and his team of people. Get it done. And if you're looking to sell, maybe that's also part of what he does. Derek Newman Group, 403-619-6661, DerekNewmanGroup.com. On the other side, the Stars, 2 in a minute 16. It's what great teams do.
Yep.
It's the mark of great teams when you can have an off night, be outplayed, but you're so opportunistic and you're so highly skilled that you crack the door just a little bit and they're going to be able to get in there. And that just felt like tonight, because you look at the Hintz play, it's a beautiful goal. but the puck's just kind of laying there. I don't even really know what happens. Huberto just kind of curls by it, and ball can't quite get to it.
Ball misses it.
And Ratnan's on zing right to Hintz. Well, that's in. And the Johnston goal. You have poor D play on one
play.
like you have poor defensive coverage and play on one side, and an all-world goal on the other. On a night like this, it's going to fall down a little bit in terms of the nitpicking, but and maybe there's an injury we don't know about. I'm done with Miramanov, and I'm done with Bean. I'm done with Bean. There was the goal against the Islanders the other day. We were looking at it. I don't get it. And it's maybe too late for this season, but if Pahal could go tonight, and I know that you had Rasmus Anderson not skating this morning, but if Pahal could go, they've been steadfast playing him on that third pair. Why there would be a change made tonight?
I don't know. They seem to be juggling back and forth with Miro since he scored that goal a little while ago. And I really don't have time for that player, to tell you the truth either.
No,
he doesn't bring a whole lot. And, there's plays like the one we saw that led to the goal against where he just gets danced, right? Because he's not a great defender. So I do, on most nights, prefer Pahal as well. But I don't know what they're seeing. And as you say, maybe he's nursing something.
Maybe, because they've loved him. And then on I guess it's the Granlund goal. There again, it's a play along the wall. And I thought Sarich nailed it in the intermission. He's like, Duchesne is on the wall. You have two black sweaters there. He cannot come out of there with the puck. And I don't know what Rooney was doing behind him. He didn't really play the puck. He didn't play the man. It's like he kind of just fell into him. And Duchesne just walks off the wall. And great play by Marchment. And then it's in. So credit to the Stars. They're going to be a handful. They're not playing well right now. They pissed away a lead last night. They obviously got worked pretty good tonight, but they still win by 3, which is kind of amazing. But very, very good team. It feels just. I was going to say, Marty Pospisil had a great game. We've been waiting for him to kind of contribute. And Kadri with he and Zeri. I mean, it's lipstick on a pig here now as they lose, and it feels like the playoffs it was maybe thin to begin with. But this is a little bit more what you need him to be. I wondered if it was going to be a third non-goal because he was right at the side of the crease and he did barge right in there and knock the player over. But you see a glimpse there again of what he's able to bring to the team when he's got that bite.
Yeah, and you've seen him kind of come alive, being elevated back to that Kadri-Zeri line. And actually, Kadri's gotten better. He's started to roll in the second half, but he's really come alive with those two kids again. So there seems to be just something that works with those 3 players, now 2 players, now that Zeri's probably out for the season, unfortunately. But we're also seeing, Frost kind of come alive on that first line too. As you said, he has a ton of chances, nothing going in, but when he first arrived, there wasn't much to the player for the first month or so. It was like, what did we get here? But he's starting to look legit.
Yeah, you can see that skill level with the puck and how he's shifty and all of that. But the puck's not really gone in for him. There haven't been a ton of points there for him, and you wonder. Get to the offseason. These will be the offseason conversations we have. Here's a guy, needs a contract. What does that look like moving forward? But Pospisil, we know, is what he is. Feel for Zeri. Because remember when he got hurt in the Anaheim, that was the mom's trip, and his mom is in the building. Like,
yeah.
Poor mom sitting.
And he was playing so well, right? And this time he was starting to play well again after kind of losing his legs a little bit. And then just brutal.
Yeah, we talked about it on the other show. Rhett brought it up either yesterday or today. I think he has a goal and an assist in the last 7 games, so not great points, but impactful. Puck on his stick. He's starting right. He's making those moves where before he got hurt, he was like tipping the puck and knocking it down. Like it was just the puck was following him, and he was just kind of getting back to that spot again, which stinks. No question about it. Feel for the kid. Origin Brewing and Malting. Our good friends, the Hiltons, a 5-generation family farm out by Strathmore. Started growing barley And these brewers, they said, we love your barley. You got some of the best barley going. They said, well, maybe we should keep this barley and make our own beer. And they said, we don't like that very much, but yeah, I get why you would do that. They've got the homegrown lager, the Mexican lager, the IPAs, prickly pear, guava, gose, and of course, we love it, the Barn Burner Blonde and the Afterburner Pale Ale. Go to your neighborhood liquor store. Chances are you're going to find some Origin Brewing in there, and if you don't, ask them for it. It's on the there's the computer system that they use. Connect, I think, is what they call it. You can go in there and say, hey, look, Origin, Afterburner Pale Ale, Barn Burner Blonde.
Cool.
Get it brought in.
Do it.
It's we're a big fan of it. We are a big fan of it. They've got the new location in town as well, 943 28th Street Northeast. If you want to go and buy a 24, you want to go get your growlers all figured out, you want to get some merch, good way to do it. Nice. They're still going strong in Strathmore as well. So Origin Brewing, the Hilton's good folks. Good folks. Might need a few tonight.
Yeah, I haven't tried the Afterburner one yet.
We'll get you hooked up. We'll get you taken care of.
Nice.
Yeah, we'll get you taken care of there for a small fee. You know, yeah, it's good to have those kind of connections. Also, if I pay, I can. That's great. That's fantastic. Yeah. Another incredible night for Nazem Kadri. It's kind of wasted, but back-to-back 2-goal games. It's 7 goals in a 5-game goal streak, and he has been, outside of the last little stretch when Daryl was still the coach and they were clearly at odds and he was done. He's really, he's been a great Flame. He's been and I don't know how it goes. There's a lot of time left and Father Time is undefeated and all of that. But he has been, while there maybe have been some skeptics around as to what this team could accomplish here, he has in a way carried this team. Huberdeau's been better. Obviously, Uyghur's been very good. Wolf is Wolf. But man, it's superstar caliber type stuff that we've seen out of Kadri the last 2-3 weeks, if not longer.
Yeah, it's kind of what the Flames have been missing all year up until now, because part of the reasons you're such a miserable offensive team is just nobody got on a run, right? You'd had Huberdeau have a game or two, and then you'd have Coronado have a game or two, and then it would sort of bounce around the lineup a little bit and then stop for weeks. But he's now, the last 10 games has just been on a massive tear, and you can see he really wants to make the postseason. He's so competitive, right? And I think he's really embracing the role as elder statesman and leader on the team as well. So kudos to the guy. He's playing his heart out.
And Warner brought it up yesterday, I guess it was. There's something to be said about guys like Coronado, Zary, Pospisil, younger guys, even guys like Frost. Frost hasn't had a ton of playoff experience, or Farabee. To be in the room and watch guys like Kadri operate when the games matter, like they clearly do. He gets into a fight the other night, the 5-minute major that was not a fighting major against Montour. But this guy cares. That stuff rubs off. I think that's important stuff for the younger players, or just for everybody in there, because there's not many guys in that room that have playoff experience. To go through this and see and feel that type of intensity is big.
Well, and this game almost felt like a playoff game, and the team, after being fairly miserable in February and through most of March, has kind of started to do this at the right time. It may be too little too late, but that's one of the best games they've played all season by far. Unfortunate result. They deserve much better, but yeah, it's nice to see the team not sort of shrinking as the pressure came to them, and Kadri's probably a big piece of that.
Curious what happens now. 71 games in. What do you see? I wasn't sure after the Toronto game a week and change ago when they got just blown out against the Leafs.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be it. Like it was going to be a 500 coast to the end, and like, no, this is kind of over, right? But they've been much better ever since.
Yeah,
but the hole's pretty deep with St. Louis playing out of their mind, unfortunately.
It's not just the gap, it's 6 points. Yeah. But they're playing so well. And Vancouver, you have to pass too, in a way, and they're all of a sudden playing better. Demko's back, and he's won back-to-back starts. I don't know. Obviously, with Zary, you feel like that's an injury that's going to keep him out. There will be some roster changes there. You could do something on the back end. You certainly don't need to play either one of those guys, or certainly whatever you want to call it. It's probably a Sutter thing, because remember, until they were mathematically eliminated, until they couldn't have a shot, he pressed, and I'm sure that Husk is going to do the same.
Absolutely, yeah. I don't see these guys sort of throwing in the towel until it's absolutely over. And good on them.
Yeah. It's a pike bomb. It's a pike bomb. It's a pike bomb. No update on Zeri post game. Not totally shocking, but
yeah, I don't need one. He's not coming back.
Yeah.
Not a doctor, but that was ugly.
So now what for the Flames? We can take a look at the road ahead. It is a presentation of Platinum Mitsubishi, Calgary's #1 destination for the upgraded 2025 Outlander, the refreshed flagship 7-seater from Mitsubishi Motors. First ever vehicle audio system provided by the industry leaders at Yamaha. You go in, it's going to be like if you're big Bon Jovi guy. It's going to be like John. It's going to be like they're right in the cab with you. It's like, this is unbelievable. John, please. No, always it's the Yamaha sound system. It's crazy. From the base model all the way up to the top of the line, you're getting that kind of quality. Get into the best backed cars in the country with a standard 10-year powertrain warranty at Platinum Mitsubishi, 2720 Barlow Trail Northeast here in Calgary. So the road ahead. It is a road trip. They will head out to Edmonton. They play the Oilers on Saturday. Quick look-see here. It's not been a good run for the Oilers either here, Kent.
Nope. They are missing some pretty good players.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, they weren't that very good before that. Like McDavid was kind of slumping before that anyways, wasn't he?
At last check, 5-0 for the Kraken. So there's that to lay your head upon, I suppose. But so it's going to be Edmonton on Saturday, and then they go into Colorado on Monday, and then Utah following that. Colorado, it feels very much kind of the same. Because remember that they played well against Dallas in that last game of that road trip and lost in extra time, and they played very well here and lost. And the same with Colorado. You can have a really good night, and those teams will find a way. Yeah. I put it to Warner because he was talking about 93, 95 points, whatever it's going to be. I said, well, let's go through the schedule here. And so there's Vegas a couple times. Yeah, there's some San Jose's and Anaheims and maybe Utah and this sort of thing. And even there, I think it got to about 91 points. Well, that's not 93 or 95.
That's not going to do it.
Yeah. That's not going to do it. You're going to need to get some real help and really beat some teams.
You're going to need to. Yeah, they're going to have to pull a St. Louis in the last few dozen games or whatever it is here, right?
Going to have to go extremely just nuclear here over the last 11 games. That's the road ahead. And then they'll return home. And there's some games left. But that is the immediate road trip. It will start in Edmonton on Saturday night. Platinum Mitsubishi. It's Calgary's #1 destination for the 2025 Outlander. Mitsubishi. Not bad. 10-year powertrain warranty. A car will outlive me, Kent. Well, sad to hear about Boom, but man, his Outlander is still going strong. Yeah. You can bury me in it. Don't do that. Don't do that. Bet365. We'll take a look at the sched for tomorrow. We'll continue to scoreboard watch and see what's happening as the games do matter. Middle of the screen, the Vancouver Canucks are in Columbus to take on the Blue Jackets. It's been an emotional year, as you know, for the Blue Jackets. What with Johnny Gaudreau and Sean Monahan's missed time and all of that. I think Monahan back. But they need some real help in a hurry because it's no different for them. They need some help to get in there. They have lost 2-7-1, so they picked up a game their last time out, but 2 wins in their last 10, and that's dropped them to at least a couple points back of the playoff spot. So there's still a chance for them. But if they want to do Flames a little bit of help there, that would be all right. So Vancouver, Utah, probably a little too far back. Huge one for the Montreal Canadiens. They've got the Hurricanes. Habs are in a fight for that final spot. One of the two final spots, I guess, in the East. Jets clinched the other night. Vegas is cruising, and the Rangers feels like they might be done, but there is some time left. So big playoff implications there for the Rangers and the Habs, and certainly the Canucks and the Blue Jackets. Breaking news, Bet365 coming in. Every nail-biting overtime is a barn burner. Every face-off, hat trick, power play, shot on goal, penalty shot, and every suspenseful minute in between is amazing. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365, official partner of the NHL. Download the Bet365 app today. Use the code NATION to get in on the game. Must be 19 or older. Please play responsibly. Are you starting to grow your hair out?
I think I'll keep it at this level for a while.
You?
I don't want to go back to the flowing locks. It's a lot of work.
Man, it's so disrespectful to have that kind of a scalp, to be that gifted follically and just kind of thumb your nose at it. I don't want to show you what's going on underneath this hat. You think that game was disappointing and sad and unfair? No, I gotta check here. Did we gotta play the horn? Yep. Super chats, yep. Super chats coming in. Proceeds going right to the youth centers of Calgary, a place where kids are welcomed, accepted, keep them out of trouble. Good habits. Let's do it. G Fount YYC going for the record for the longest post game tonight. Not tonight.
No, nope. We're not pulling a Gould.
Not doing it tonight. I don't understand it. I mean, it's not entertaining. But yeah, people call for it. So,
it's entertaining if you're torturing Mike.
Yeah. It was weird. He was his face was like contorting. He was starting to it was like he was on something. Well, we have a question here. I don't know if we do freebies. It is kind of the super chat. It's over, buddies. Eric. It's not helping.
Probably is, but keep fighting. Unfortunately.
Thanks, Mr.
Probably.
Yeah, probably. And Eric's looking for. See, here's the problem. I don't really understand what. I'm not sure what's going on. Well, 55. I played the clip, but at my soundboard, which I have here at home, it's not working, and I don't have it into my. I've got a seconds. I mean, it's a lot to whatever. I've got
9 times.
Like I've got another one here.
9 times. 9
that one
times.
doesn't work.
But I don't have the 55 into that one. So it's a lot. Sorry. I'm sorry, Eric. I owe you a 55. How's that? Yuri wants a freebie here. If you're taking questions, do you recall any years with Kipper where he elevated this team, a team that had no business sniffing the playoffs? Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, pretty much every year. Starting in 03-04, yeah.
03-04.
From the time he got to town.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's maybe kind of being tongue-in-cheek with that. But yeah, that was the Kipper deal.
Yep. But especially that one season where they went to the finals.
Yeah.
And probably shouldn't have.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, similar in a way. You think of those games against Detroit when they were just buzzing and buzzing.
All
and
over 'em.
How is he doing it? How are they doing it? How can they possibly do it? And
they got Commodore and Matador in the back. It's just like, who are these guys?
Yuri says it was a serious question. He got to town in 2012. He's like, no, that was
fair enough. Yeah.
It was incredible stuff. It was
Yeah.
You could see what having a goalie could do for you. And on the other side, what not having one could do for you.
Hope to have it again, though, too.
Yeah, there is that. It's the other part of this. While you are tipping your hat and giving credit to them for playing so well, if anybody wants to put one of those in, lots of opportunities. There's crossbars and goalposts and open nets and rebounds.
And
you guys can't find one. Like you can't find one or two more out of 107 shot attempts. It's that stuff keeps you up at night, I would think. If you're, I would think for a guy like Coronado, you're going to be thinking about
Yeah.
how did I had the whole top of the net
Mm.
and I put it off
Hit
the crossbar.
crossbar.
Or Frost. How does all of that happen? Because he could have had 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could have had 3. Well, that will probably be good for this evening. There now, what is the deserve to win-o-meter?
Oh, let's bring it up. So it's on Money Puck. So
Okay.
it's a analytics site that tracks stuff like shot attempts and expected goals for, and then they simulate the game, right? So 89 times out of 100, the Flames win this one. This was one of the 11 times, unfortunately. So yeah, I
Crazy.
haven't seen a Flames game this lopsided in their favor, I think, this year. This was that's every team gets 1 or 2 a year, and unfortunately this is the Flames.
So there's a chance they've won games where they weren't at 88%.
Yeah, there's been a few of those.
Yeah, there'll be a few of those. Well, it'll be another one coming up on Saturday. We'll be at Richmond's Pub. Gonna have a little watch party, having some pizza, having some Origin beers. Invite everybody down, come and hang, watch the Oilers and Flames, and then get ready for
I might
next week.
stop by for that.
That'd be all right. That would be awesome.
All right.
For Yasmin, for Kent, and for me, that's well. See ya, buddies.